I don't know if that's, does that help you? Yeah.
When did you decide that you were going to stick with acting as a profession?
Never thought of anything else. I couldn't do it. If I had other skills, I may have quit. I mean, really. I didn't know that being a C student could be a positive, because I had nothing else I was qualified to do, or I was good at. I delivered laundry in the summer, and I had 4 accidents with the truck. I backed into the boss's car one day. He was sitting in it, and I said, I quit. I can't do this anymore. I can't do it. He said, you're delivering laundry. I said, I can't do it. He said, you can't quit, because I have to do the route if you quit. So I had no other skills. I had no other interests. I mean, it's true. I always wanted to be an actor. And I know some people that I started with who quit and are very successful in other things. I would not have been. So you just have to outlive everybody. That's kind of the... Yeah.
I have a story or something about your experience working on 6 Feet Under. That's not really a question, sort of.
No. I'm trying to think of a story.
Well, it was such a creative and well-written series, and your character just popped up.
There's a guy named Rodrigo Garcia who directed, a wonderful director, and it was the first season, and it was kind of my episode. It's called The Room, where Nathaniel, you find out that he was an undertaker who died. If those of you who don't know the series, and his kind of, not his ghost, but the people think about him, and he appears as whoever. I never knew who I was, because no matter who was conjuring me, that's what I was different in everybody's mind. But in the room, Rodrigo said to me, okay, when you're here, cross over here and do that line here, and then cross over. And I said, Rodrigo, I don't have to move. I'm in his head. You can do whatever you want with me. I can be there and then be here. I can be there, here, there, over there. And he went, oh yeah, he said, what? I said, I don't know. But we had done like 6 episodes, and that's where that started to happen then. And he'd just pop up. He'd be there, and he'd turn around, and he was gone. Or he'd be there, and the next turn, he'd be over in the other part of the room. So that was really cool. That was a cool way to kind of get at that problem, I don't remember walking a lot in the series. I was like...
I remember when you filmed that pilot, we went out to dinner the night you finished, and you said, Alan Ball is hot right now. They gave him more money to make it. They gave him more days to make it. And it doesn't make any difference. The last day still goes till 4 o'clock in the morning.
Absolutely. It's the print, it's like if you got 3 months to do your term paper, it takes you 3 months. If you got 2 weeks, it takes you 2 weeks. I mean, that's the way it works. I don't know why, but it always has. But HBO they let him alone. They kept saying, take it further, take it further. And finally, the 5th season, or 6th season, he said, I have nothing more to say, so let's end it. And I even think television executives would learn that just let the people make their... I just did a movie with this young kid, Ryan Murphy, who did Nip Tuck and Glee. We just did Eat, Pray, Love. And this kid's really talented, interesting, and they leave him alone. They're leaving him alone, Somebody's smart enough to know that he'll figure it out, Way in the back.
How much time do you have to spend learning to play the drums for the visitor, and do you still play?
No, none and no. I played the drums when I was in high school, and junior high school. In fact, I have pictures of me on my set with the sticks. And I sucked. I was really bad, and I never got any better, and so I quit. But it did help me, just for speed. The last thing in the subway, we just kind of worked out. He wanted something that just got faster and faster and harder and harder. So, hitting it harder and harder, and by the end my hands were going. But I didn't really practice because I wasn't supposed to be very good. And no, I don't play. It's too hard. To play it well, it's just really hard. Yep.
What's the mindset of making a decision as acting as an art form and acting as a job?
To make yourself feel important, I think is. I think it's how you look at your life, and I apologized many times. Oh, I'm an actor. Oh, I'm just an actor. And I stopped doing that because I realized when I see greatness on the screen that it's important to a lot of people. I mean, I don't know if all of you have, but I have performances that are really seminal in my life. When I went to see Bread and Chocolate, a movie that's probably not the greatest film in the world, but it came at a time in my life when I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. Who was I? And this actor was like he was saying, I'm talking to you. And that's, I think that's when I started to look at it. And when I was boring myself, it's got to be more than this. Whether I can do it or not, I don't know. But I refuse to see it merely as something you learn and can do like that every time. I just think that's you stop exploring and you stop asking questions. And that's all. Yeah.
What do you think are the fundamental differences between working on the screen and working on the stage, and which do you prefer?
I like the screen better. It's loudness. How's that? It's like, you're in the rocking chair on the porch in a 500-seat theater. Sure is quiet and peaceful out here tonight, in the movies, you don't. Now everybody's mic'd on the stage, and when they kiss, you can hear. But in the movies, I love the theater. I love the theater. I ran a theater. I was in the theater for years and years. Theater can be its own worst enemy. It's like it can just, you can't take a seat out because the subscribers don't want to, we can't do that, the fire alarm, we can't do it. Movies, they say, I'd love it if we knocked that house down. Bring the crane over, It's something about it that's just really cool. Theater, it's now in theaters, when I was there, it was like, now you have to do production meetings, and there's the sign-ins, and there's every day after rehearsal, there's 4 pages of notes, and everything is a committee, and it's like a bank. It's like it used to be. If you want to know what's going on, come to rehearsal. Everybody's nose points to the stage. It's kind of lost that. I don't know if it's because of people on boards or what. I don't know, but a lot of theaters now are just tons of paperwork about it. You can't just do something. You can't take your blowtorch and cut down part of the set. You have to have your design in 3 weeks before rehearsal starts. Well, I don't know what the play is. How do we know what we want the set to look like? I come from a school where it all kind of grows out of the ground, and everybody's in rehearsal, from the property people, from the lighting people, from the electricians. They watch what's going on and they get ideas, and they're there to help the production move along. Now it's like, give me the list, I'll hand it to the property person. Give me the costume designer will show you his plates. It's like, how does he know what this show? I don't know what it is. So I like, when I got into movies, I like that they do anything. I was doing The Witches of Eastwick, and my first movie, and I was out in Massachusetts, and they were shooting at the exterior of a church. And we shot it, and they dragged me in, and they go, okay, we'll get the rest of it in L.A. And what are they going to move the church to L.A.? And they looked at me like I go to a soundstage on Warner Brothers, and there's the church. I mean, scale. I said, oh, I'm going to love this business. I just love it.
What was it like working with Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly?
It was very serious. Very serious. They are great. I mean, they're great. I went from The Visitor to Step Brothers. There you go. And Adam McKay, the director, said, well, we like to do it as written a couple of times and then change it. We never got through it once. I mean, it has never happened. And I was saying that, they do stuff like, I said to Will and John, we're going to sell the house. We'll put the house on the market. And Will turned to me and he went, is it haunted?